Shanti Shanti. Om Stapakaya cha dharmasya Sarvadharma Swarupine Stapakaya cha dharmasya Sarvadharma Swarupine Avatara Varishtaya Ramakrishna te Namah. Asato ma sadgamaya Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya Mrityormamritangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Let us offer our salutations to Sri Ramakrishna, the embodiment of all religions, the Supreme God Incarnate, who came to establish religion universal. Let us pray to Him to lead us from the unreal to the real, to lead us from the darkness of ignorance to the light of knowledge, to lead us from death to immortality. We are studying Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. It is actually the lamp of knowledge, giving us light of wisdom. Today I am continuing the topic, Great Teachings. How to walk on the path of life. Everybody is leading the life, walking in life. Animals, they are also walking in life. But we human beings have been endowed with special faculties so that we can walk wisely. Walking in life wisely leads you towards freedom. If you are not wise enough, it leads you towards bondage. Nobody to blame. So, it means you have to be wise. You have to have analytical mind to understand the glory of this world, to understand the supreme importance of life. To understand the manifestation of God in the whole creation. Sri Ramakrishna said in the Gospel, the Divine Mother is always playful and sportive. This universe is her play. In one word it has been explained. The whole world is a play. She is self-willed and must always have her own way. She is full of bliss. She gives freedom to 1 out of 100,000. A Brahmo devotee asked, Sir, if she likes, she can give freedom to all. Why then has she kept us bound to the world? Sri Ramakrishna answered, that is her will. She wants to continue playing with her created beings. If she gives freedom to everyone, where is the play? In a game of hide and seek, the running about soon stops if in the beginning all the players touch the granny. If all touch her, then how can the game go on? That displeases her. Her pleasure is in continuing the game. Therefore, the poet said, out of 100,000 kites at best but one or two break free, and thou dost laugh and clap thy hands, O mother, watching them. One devotee, he asked, why is there so much suffering in the world? Sri Ramakrishna answered, this world is the Leela of God. It is like a game. In this game, there are joy and sorrow, virtue and vice, knowledge and ignorance, good and evil. The game cannot continue if sin and suffering are altogether eliminated from the creation. So, it is God's will that play should continue. But after the practice of hard spiritual discipline, one or two have the vision of God. As it has been said, out of 100,000 kites at best but one or two break free. Referring to that, Sri Ramakrishna said, after the practice of hard spiritual discipline, one or two have the vision of God through His grace and are liberated. Then the Divine Mother claps her hands in joy and exclaims, bravo, bravo, there they go. That's it. Once, a very old revered saint came to Rishikesh in Himalayas to give his divine satsang. He used to stay in a small hut on the banks of Ganga, a little bit away from the center of the place where satsang would take place. So a devotee was asked to go and do some special seva of picking him up each morning and bringing him to the place where the satsang will be held. So a devotee went to the saint to bring him. Then they are walking through the busy marketplace. The devotee was very careful about making the pathway of the saint easy and comfortable. So he would try to push everyone and everything out of his way so that the revered saint could walk comfortably. He asked everyone along the way. He would say, side please, please side, give a side. Please give us the way to walk. Like that he would every now and then utter the words. At times he would gently push all of the wandering cows out of his path. Sometimes he moved standing bicycles and fruit carts out of the way so that they can pass easily. So the devotee was trying his best to see that the saint is taken easily towards the place where the satsang is held. Finally, as they reached the gate of the satsang place, the devotee was feeling very glad that he had been able to bring the saint so safely and smoothly to the place, and that he had been able to clear such a nice path for him to walk. The saint, however, looked at him and lovingly said, "My child, how many people and cows can you push out of the way? For how long can you move other people and things out of your path? That is not the way. Do not try to move others. Rather, find your way between the others and around them. Make your own path, but do not worry about moving others. Find your own way in the midst of the chaos." That's the word of wisdom given by the saint. So in our lives, we frequently get frustrated and broken by feeling that others are blocking our way and thwarting our path. We blame their presence and their actions for our own failure. We explain to ourselves that we would have been able to succeed if only they had let us, if only they had moved out of the way for us. We try to push people and obstacles aside to clear a way for ourselves in life. However, obstacles never stop coming. Is there any life where there are no obstacles at all? Probably there is no life at all without obstacles. People who are jealous never stop trying to block our path. For how long can we try to move them aside? How many obstacles, how many enemies can we try to push away? The answer is to simply find our own way, around them, between them. If they are blocking the path on the right, we should walk on the left. If they are blocking the path on the left, we should walk on the right. That's the wise way of walking. We must be more concerned about finding our own way rather than focusing on moving all of those whom we think are blocking our path. For those who are pure in mind, thought and deed, there will always be a path in which to walk. The path may be narrow at times, and it may seem that obstacles and enemies lie on both sides, but we must humbly and sincerely make our own way on the path of life. We must just keep walking the path of our dharma, the path of righteousness, the path of honesty, purity and piety, without worrying about those who try to block our way. So much of our precious time, energy and focus are wasted in the futile task of trying to remove obstacles and other people from our path. It is not necessary. Find your own path around the obstacles. Find your own path around the enemies. Don't try to push them aside or push them down or fight them for the right of way. Rather, carefully examine the situation and see where the path is clear. Then choose that path and continue on your way. The more attention we give to those who are trying to sabotage us and trying to thwart our progress, the less time and energy we have to walk to right path. In that way, then, the enemies win, for they have stolen our peace of mind, our tranquility, our joy, and also our time. Instead of trying to fight them out of the way, we must remain humble, pure, and single-minded on the goal. If we can see our destination clearly, then we will always be able to find a path in which to walk. We should not care about the obstacles, whether they come or not. Our concern is our destination. That must be very clear. If you study the life of Hanuman, the great devotee, you will see how he has walked on the path of life. Because of his exemplary devotion, he is worshipped all over India. Sometimes he is worshipped alone and sometimes with Sri Ramchandra. Every temple of Sri Ram has the Murti or idol of Sri Hanuman. He was born of the wind god and Anjani Devi. He is also called by the names Pavanasutta, Marutsuta, Mahavira, Bajrangabali, Pavanakuma, and so on. He has many names. He was the living embodiment of the power of Ram Nam. All the obstacles, hurdles in life were simply vanished because of his tremendous faith in the glory of Ram. He was an ideal selfless worker, a true karma yogi who worked desirelessly. He was a great devotee and an exceptional brahmachari or celibate. He served Sri Ram with pure love and devotion without expecting any fruit in return. He only lived, or rather, he lived only to serve Sri Ramchandra. He was humble, brave, and wise, which are exemplary qualities of a spiritual person. He possessed all the divine virtues. He did what others could not do, crossing the ocean simply by uttering Ram Nam, burning the demon king's city of Lanka, and bringing the Sanjeevani herb to restore the life of Lakshman. He brought Sri Ramchandra and Lakshman from the netherworld after killing Ahiravan. Hanuman possessed devotion, knowledge, spirit of selfless service, power of celibacy, and desirelessness. He never boasted of his bravery and intelligence. That means he was totally free from ego, which is the greatest obstacle in our life. the greatest enemy, I should say, in our life. Hanuman said to Ravan, I am a humble messenger of Sri Ram. I have come here to serve Sri Ram, to do his work. By the command of Sri Ramchandra I have come here. I am fearless by the grace of Sri Ram. I am not afraid of death. I welcome it, if it comes while serving Sri Ramchandra. See how humble Hanuman was. How deep was his devotion to Sri Ramchandra. He never said, I am the brave Hanuman. I can do anything and everything. Never, never he said that. Sri Ramchandra himself said to Hanuman, I am greatly indebted to you, O mighty hero. You did marvelous superhuman deeds. You do not want anything in return. Sugriv has his kingdom restored to him. Angad has been made the crown prince. Vibhishan has become the king of Lanka. But you have not asked for anything at any time. You threw away the precious garland of pearls given to you by Sita. How can I repay my debt of gratitude to you? I will always remain deeply indebted to you. I give you the boon of everlasting life. All will honor and worship you like myself. Your idol will be placed at the door of my temple, and you will be worshipped and honored first. Whenever my stories are recited or glories sung, your glory will be sung before mine. You will be able to do anything, even that which I will not be able to. Thus did Sri Ramchandra praise Hanuman when Hanuman returned to him after finding Sita in Lanka. Hanuman was not a bit elated. He fell in prostration at the holy feet of Sri Ramchandra. Sri Rama asked him, O mighty hero, how did you cross the ocean? Hanuman humbly replied, by the power and glory of thy name, my Lord. Again Sri Rama asked, how did you burn Lanka? How did you save yourself? Hanuman replied, by thy grace, my Lord. What profound humility Hanuman embodied in himself. There are many who want wealth in return for their services. Some do not want wealth, but they can't resist name and fame. Others do not want any of these, but they want approbation. Still others want nothing but they boast of their deeds. Hanuman was above all this. That is why he is recognized as an ideal karma yogi, an unsurpassed adept in bhakti. His life is full of abject lessons. Everyone should try his best to follow the noble examples of Hanuman. So, his whole being was positioned in Sri Ramchandra. He would never feel a trace of ego in himself. But normally, what we see, ego plays a very prominent role in everyone's life. It's a big obstacle in life. Why is enlightened living difficult? It is not difficult. It only appears to be difficult to us because we have invested our life in lies. We sacrifice truth to protect lies instead of sacrificing lies for truth. The biggest lie is the ego and its expectations. We have invested so much on lies, and yet we are afraid of truth. Lies are created, but truth is discovered. Noise is created, but silence is discovered. To discover truth, one has to be calm. But our life has been a noisy, the reason for being trapped in our own creation. In order to listen to the enlightened teacher's words, one has to be in a state of calmness and silence. Only in silence is it possible to understand things. Unless one is without ego, one cannot enter the kingdom of understanding. To be empty means simply to stop the addiction to lies. Ego and a noisy mind are great lies. Enlightened living is simple. Unless one is simple, one cannot understand the depth of wise teachings. Listening to the teachings of the enlightened masters is a great opportunity. One must be awake all the time. One has to listen to the teachings, not from the head, but from the heart and one's being. To listen with the head is nothing but ego. To listen with the heart is an expression of love. To listen with one's being is silence. Wisdom has to pass through. One has to be like a flute so that the music passes through. After all, each person is only an instrument. Is it possible to have a connection with enlightened masters? The death of the body is not the death of the soul. The soul is eternal. The soul never dies. A wise person understands that the body is like a dress and that the real self is his soul, which is eternal. Words of the enlightened masters emerge from eternal silence. Words can be moving only when one is silent. When one prays hard and longs for the blessings of enlightened masters, when he longs for the blessings, one can connect with them, for they are eternal and not limited to the realm of the physical. When one is in a state of pure love, one connects with one's master in a mysterious way. Love which is total will create a bridge with which one can attain such a state. We walk through a keyhole and see a person moving around. The keyhole is limited, and so perception is limited. Ego is like a keyhole. Love is open space. Don't see through the keyhole. See through love. Then there will be a connection. The definition of yoga is discipline. The word discipline means ability to learn. One has to learn to love life completely, not partially. Don't get lost in trying to understand love. Learn how to be in love. It is not a matter of what, but how. How to connect with the Master, how to acquire the energy of love, and how to be happy are more important than understanding love. Love has to be understood in an existential way, not with the intellect. There is a parable about life which is very interesting. One day, a farmer's donkey fell down into a well. The animal cried piteously for hours as the farmer tried to figure out what to do. Finally he decided the animal was old, that the well needed to be covered anyway, and that it just was not worth retrieving the donkey. That's the way he thinks about donkey, poor animal. So he invited all his neighbors to come over and help him to cover the well. They all grabbed the shovel and began to shovel dirt into the well. At first, the donkey realized what was happening and cried horribly. Then, to everyone's amazement, he quietened down. A few shovel loads later, the farmer finally looked down the well and was astonished at what he saw. With every shovel of dirt that hit his back, the donkey was doing something amazing. He would shake it off and take a step up. As the farmer's neighbors continued to shovel dirt on top of the animal, he would shake it off and take a step up. Pretty soon, everyone was amazed as the donkey stepped up over the edge of the well and trotted off. Life is going to shovel dirt on you. All kinds of dirt. The trick is getting out of the well is to shake it off and take a step up. That is the parable about life. There are 4 pillars which we should know. 4 pillars. First is Vivek, though grossly translated as discrimination. This is more. It is the understanding or observation that everything is changing. Changes. Not only the prices of shares that keep ticking on the screen, but also in your thoughts and emotions. For instance, you can't maintain the same degree of sadness every day all the time. You can never be unhappy for the same reason continuously. How does it help to know that everything changes? The moment you see that things are changing, simultaneously you start seeing the one who is observing the change. One who is observing the change is not changing. The reference point of change is non-change. The second pillar is Vairagya, dispassion, which is not the same as apathy or being unenthusiastic, depressed, or not being interested in anything. Dispassion is a lack of feverishness, be it in what you desire, hope, or aspire for. Then comes the third pillar, which includes the 6 wealth: Shama, Dama, Uparati, Titiksha, Shraddha, Samadhana. First wealth is Shama, means tranquility of the mind. When the mind wants to do too many things, it gets completely scattered. With Shama, you can focus your mind and be more alert. Dhamma is about having a say over your senses. Essential because many times you don't want to do something, yet you do. With Dhamma, your senses don't drag you. Instead, you will say yes or no to the senses. The third wealth, Titiksha, is endurance or forbearance. When difficult things come, forbearance allows you to go on without getting completely shaken and shattered. Opposites such as health, sickness, losses, gains, come and go. Armed with Titiksha, however, you are not deterred by whatever happens. Often, whatever is unpleasant can become pleasant later on. These are the changes that go on in life. The ability to not get carried away by the events, the judgments, is titiksha. The fourth wealth, uparati, means rejoicing in your own nature. How? By not doing things because someone else says or does something, by not laboring hard to win approval or keeping up with the senses. Being in the present moment, being in the joy that you are, the ability to rejoice in anything that you do, that is uparati. Faith or shraddha is the fifth wealth. Faith is needed when you have found the limit of your knowing. Your willingness to know the unknown is shraddha. It would be fanaticism to think there is nothing beyond. Absence of faith is doubt in yourself, others, or the whole. 99% of people doubt the whole because they do not believe that there is a whole that is functioning. The sixth wealth, the samadhana, is being at ease, being content, being at ease with everything, the whole existence, a great wealth by itself. These six wealth together form the third pillar. Before moving on to the fourth pillar, mumukshutva, the desire for the highest, a desire for total freedom, for enlightenment. So, we should be wise enough, knowing these things, and we should be very definite about our goal. Keep the destination firm in your mind, stay focused on the goal, and move around the obstacles and continue on the path. That's the way to walk in life. So if you take the spiritual path, you will know the technique of walking in life wisely. We are almost coming to the end of the Gospel. Page 1004. Narendra said, "You may speak of leading a detached life in the world and all that, but you will not attain anything unless you renounce lust and gold. Don't you feel disgusted with your wife's body? Fools enjoy the contact of the body, filled with filth, peopled with worms, foul of smell by nature, made of flesh, blood, bone, and marrow. But the wise shun it. Vain is the life of a person who does not take delight in the teaching of Vedanta and drink the nectar of divine bliss." Listen to a song Narendra sang. "O man, abandon your delusion, cast aside your wicked counsels, know the Lord and free yourself from earthly suffering. For a few days' pleasure only, you have quite forgotten him, who is the comrade of your soul. Alas, what mockery! No liberation is possible for a man unless he puts on the loincloth of a sannyasi. The world must be renounced." Narendra sang from the 5 stanzas on the glory of the monk's loincloth. Roaming ever in the grove of Vedanta, ever pleased with his beggar's morsel, ever walking with heart free from sorrow, blessed indeed is the wearer of the loincloth. Continuing, Narendra said, Why should a man be entangled in worldliness? Why should he be ensnared by Maya? What is man's real nature? He is the blessed Shiva, the embodiment of bliss and spirit. He sang Shankaracharya's 6 stanzas on Nirvana. Om, I am neither mind, intelligence, ego, nor chitta, neither ears, nor tongue, nor the senses of smell and sight, nor am I ether, earth, fire, water, or air. I am pure knowledge and bliss. I am Shiva. I am Shiva. Narendra recited another hymn, the 8 stanzas on the glory of Krishna. All these things have been given. Yam remained spellbound as he listened to these hymns sung by Narendra. He said to himself, how insane, no, he said to himself, how intense Narendra's dispassion is. This is how he has infused the spirit of dispassion into the hearts of the other brothers of the monastery. The very contact with them awakens in the hearts of the master's household devotees the desire for renunciation of lust and gold. Ah, how blessed are these all-renouncing brothers! Why has the Master kept us few in the world? Will he show us a way? Will he give us the spirit of renunciation, or will he delude us with worldliness? After the meal all were resting. The elder Gopal was copying some songs. Niranjan was on a visit to his mother, Sharat, Baburam and Kali, who were in Puri. Narendra, with 1 or 2 brothers, left for Calcutta. He had to see to his lawsuit. He was going to return in the evening. The brothers could not bear his absence. I shall stop here. So you must know how to walk in life. Ignorance is no excuse. Chant the name of the Lord and His glory unceasingly, that the mirror of the heart may be wiped clean and quench that mighty forest fire, worldly lust raging furiously within. Own name streamed down in moonlight on the lotus heart, opening its cup to knowledge of thyself, O self, drowned deep in the waves of His bliss, tasting His nectar at every step, bathing in His name that bath for weary souls. Various are thy names, O Lord. In each and every name thy power resides. No times are set, no rites are needful for chanting of thy name. So vast is thy mercy, how huge then is my wretchedness, who find in this empty life and heart no devotion to thy name. O my mind, be humbler than a blade of grass, be patient and forbearing like a tree, take no honor to thyself, give honor to all, chant unceasingly the name of the Lord. O Lord and soul of the universe, mine is no prayer for wealth or retinue, the playthings of lust or the toys of fame. As many times as I may be reborn, grant me, O Lord, a steadfast love for thee. A drowning man in this world's fearful ocean is thy servant, O sweet one. In thy mercy consider him as dust beneath thy feet. Ah, how I long for the day when an instant's separation from thee, O Lord, will be as 1,000 years, when my heart burns away with its desire, and the world without thee is a heartless void. Prostrate at thy feet let me be, in unwavering devotion, neither imploring the embrace of thine arms, nor bewailing the withdrawal of thy presence. Though it tears my soul asunder, O thou who stillest the hearts of thy devotees, do with me what thou wilt, for thou art my heart's beloved, thou and thou alone. O Lord, lead us from the unreal to the real, lead us from darkness to light, and lead us from death to immortality. May all be free from dangers, may all realize what is good, may all be actuated by noble thoughts, may all rejoice everywhere. May all be happy. May all be free from disease. May all realize what is good. May none be subject to misery. May the wicked become virtuous. May the virtuous attain tranquility. May the tranquil be free from bonds. May the freed make others free. May good breed all people. May the sovereign righteously rule the earth. May all beings ever attain what is good. May the worlds be prosperous and happy. May the clouds pour rain in time. May the earth be blessed with crops. May all countries be freed from calamity. May holy men live without fear. May the Lord, the destroyer of sins, the presiding deity of all sacred works, be satisfied. For he being pleased, the whole universe becomes pleased. He being satisfied, the whole universe feels satisfied.